Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Moon Report. My name is Marlene, the modern mystic, and your resident moon goddess. Also, the best-selling author of the bestseller Wisdom in Bloom that I got to write with amazing women. Here's the cover if you guys haven't seen it. I invite you to go ahead and purchase it and enjoy the stories of these women who poured their hearts out into these stories of faith. And I'm just so proud of this. So I would love to hear what you think about it when you do read it. Um, I'm so happy you're here. And if this is your first time here, welcome, whether you're here live or catching us on the replay. I'm always so grateful to share space with you and to bring you these reports, this energy, this awareness to you so that you can use it the best way you feel in your life. And today it's an Aries full moon that is coming in hot, everyone. Like, this is a lot of energy, and it feels like a whirlpool, like a heated whirlpool, um, because for some of us, many of us, it's drudging up some feelings and some emotions that have been, you know, either avoided or you've been working on for a cycle of 6 months. This full moon is ending a cycle that dates back 6 months to a new moon in Aries that we had in April during a eclipse season. And maybe those of you who journal can look back around the 24th, I believe, or 23rd of April, and what you were doing around that time and what was going on. Chiron, which is right here in the chart, and here's the moon right next to it, opposing the sun. So a full moon is always a full illumination of the moon, and the sun is opposing it at the exact degree, in this case in Libra. And Chiron is conjunct the moon. That means that they're within 5 degrees of each other. And Chiron is referred to as the wounded healer. And back in that moon in April, Chiron was also conjunct that moon. And Chiron allows us to really go deep in our wounds. And it's a big deal here in this moon again, and showing us that either we've been working on that wound and here's where we are and here's your progress and illuminating that in your life, or illuminating where you haven't worked and where it is that you need to focus and where you need to direct your energy. So, depending on where this is happening in your natal chart, in your personal little wheel here, it'll be bringing up some stuff around this wound. So, maybe you're seeing positive changes. Maybe you're like, wow, like I don't remember exactly where I was 6 months ago, but I do know that I feel better, or I'm in a better place, or I've conquered this, or I've gone through that, and I feel good about where I am. And you can feel those positive changes. And this is what this moon wants to show you. It wants to show you where you've done the work and what you want. Aries is about desires, and we have to talk about desires because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is fire. It's ruled by the element of fire, and it is that pure desire of incarnating, of being part of this in this body. And with this body comes desire. With the human experience comes desire. So, what do you want? And are you fully okay with wanting it and asking for it and going after it? Is there any shame? Does anything come up around the things that you desire? Meaning, do you feel good enough to have it? Do you feel like you deserve it? Do you see yourself having it? And is that desire so big that whatever fear comes along with it is just part of the journey? So, what do you want? The moon is being squared by Mars. Mars is over here and the moon is over here. And when I click on Mars, you're going to see this little line that goes straight to the moon, and that's a square. And it's also squaring the sun over on this side. And what that means is that it's having a conversation. And when it's a square, it's having a difficult conversation. It's having either a misunderstanding, a disagreement. Um, and with squares, it's a little bit hard to come to a resolution when they're having that conversation. And because of that, there's a little bit of tension around this moon. There's an opposition also here to Pluto. So, what that means is, Pluto is that planet of death and rebirth and deep transformation. And we are being called to, face these tensions head on and have the hard conversations. And if that relationship hasn't been working for a while, take the decision, because we can't talk about Aries without talking about relationships. It is directly across Libra, which is all about relationship. But Aries is about the relationship to self and how that relationship is being expressed even in other relationships. So there might be a lot of shadow aspects coming up around relationship and tensions around relationships and stuff that may be hidden that all of a sudden comes to light. This is a full moon, and full moons are usually about releasing, right? It's like, okay, you've gone through the lunar cycle and now you're aware of what no longer serves you so that you can continue on your path. And this one feels like an ending for sure, but it also feels like a new beginning. You may be feeling that feeling of starting something new, or that initiatory fire to get something going, that spark, that flame. And it's primarily, I mean, yes, Aries is fire, but there is a cardinal cross that's happening here. If you see right here in the middle of this chart, and it's between all the cardinal signs, which are Libra, Cancer, Aries, and Capricorn. And what that means is that you may be feeling intense emotions. You may be dealing with others that are having reactions, emotional reactions. Here's where the red flags are, okay? People are short fused, maybe, emotional, intense, frenzied, feeling impulsive. These are things, shadows that we may be dealing with. But if you can stay in your lane and you can breathe and you can look at the positives of everything that has happened in the last 6 months in your life, then you can begin to harness the positivity that this moon really has to offer, and the chance and the opportunity for you to move on And whatever that means to you in whatever area in your life this may apply, it's time to be decisive. It's time to really follow with action what you want. You're being supported, you're being held, and all of these things that you've been dealing with are coming to a resolution. They're finalizing. Like this, take this end of a cycle and really, really make it an end. Because I feel that after this, you could be propelled into really exciting things and really cool stuff. So if a relationship is coming to an end, or maybe a relationship is coming into fruition, pay attention around these things and how you're feeling, and is it aligned with your desires and the way that you desire to live your life? Because this is an opportunity to either, take a moment and really acknowledge and honor all the healing that you've done around your core wounds, or continue to perpetuate them, continue to have them there, bring them into the next cycle with you, take all that baggage with you into the next thing. It really is up to you. And after this full moon, we should start feeling a little bit of a lighter energy. Like the culmination to this full moon was more intense than after it. So you'll be able to process a little better if you're still feeling kind of, all over the place today. Like today, I'm having a really hard time focusing. I was talking to a friend earlier and I'm just like, I'm getting through, but I'm like not here. I'm not present and I can't focus. And it was really hard to get through some tasks this morning. So a lot of grace. If there's ever a full moon to be tender and graceful with yourself, this one is it. Process, give your, understand that people need space. Maybe you're the one that needs space. But if it seems like people need space, instead of taking it personal, just give them space. They may be oversensitive, they may be over emotional. You have awareness now. This is why we come to these reports, to cultivate awareness around these potential energies. And it may not happen to you, you know? You may be the oversensitive one and finding yourself needing that space. So just stay aware, stay very aware. And, if there's a way that you want to honor this moon today, I definitely recommend that, any kind of intentional work around this moon, any kind of alchemy to get rid of things that no longer serve you in a symbolic way, maybe. That's the beautiful thing about ritual and ceremony, that you can, transform and transmute energy in a symbolic way so that you can send that message to the universe, great spirit, God, source, creator, whatever you call it, and send that message that you're done with that, or that you want this, or that you want to transmute the other thing. And sending those signals of support, right? So there is a workshop on my website, marlenemenendez.com, altars, ceremonies, and rituals. And I offer about 4 practical ceremonies that, are very easy to follow. And it's a really affordable price. I think it's like $19 or something. Go check it out. And it's a really cool way of just putting some intentions, and having a little bit of fun with it and, playing with the energy and directing the energy. Your intention directs energy. So wherever you intend it to go, it will follow. So that is the beautiful thing of working with symbols and getting that message out there, getting your prayer out there. So enjoy, um, take care of yourself, get some extra rest, and I will see you in the new moon in Scorpio. Take care, everybody. Ciao.